Hey guys, Joey again. For my last video, I decided again to do it face and not a PowerPoint, and just so it's more personal and you have a face to my voice. So for the last set of questions, it's the findings on my final project. So the topic that I chose was racism, and I chose this because I'm starting to become a police officer, and there's a huge concern in every state as well as globally. Um, who will this impact? Everyone in the world is impacted by racism, even if you don't realize it. It's all around everywhere. A couple main points from my research. The main points of my research brought to my attention to several organizations that are working to bring equality to African Americans here in the U.S. Or discrimination and racism in the world globally. When I started reviewing the articles of my research on the topic of racism, I soon discovered it is a global issue, not just here in America. The ISIS problem that we're having, that is attacking many countries, is a form of racism based off of religion. Another main point I discovered in my research was that that one person or group can bring awareness and light on the subject to the masses, and a change can be made. An example of this was the Williams sisters, who were tennis stars. They actively were being discriminated against, and they stood up for themselves and made a change. The last point I'm going to make is, in my research, there was tolerance. Groups can come together and listen and learn from each other. Education and teaching the youth will help bring more tolerance, and children will be growing up to be like their parents unless we teach them about equality at a young age. What, if anything, is being done to address this global social problem? There are many groups formed that focus on racism and discrimination, and there have been many peaceful marches to bring awareness of the subject. Unfortunately, there's always unpeaceful people that are in the media that they focus on, and spreading more hate on certain races is very common and looked down upon. What do I see in the future? I hope to see a change, especially since I want to become a police officer after I graduate in a couple weeks. Wearing body cameras is helping the transparency, and more training and education is being offered for new recruits or police officers. They have extended their police academy training for all new recruits, and new groups should be more educated in tolerance, which will help spread the vibe within communities. Hope the ripple effect will trickle down and help bring peace in the future. How can you apply what you've learned to the rest of the world? I will definitely be bringing a lot of what I've learned into the future as hopefully a police officer. I hope to work within the city of Burlington, where there's many groups of people that come together. I do realize Vermont is not the most diverse of any states, but racism can spread fast. Hope to provide tolerance to a small community. As I have learned, everyone does make a difference if they're making the right choices. So that's the end of the questions. I appreciate you guys working in this class together with me, and hope you have a good time. Thanks.